Your love, your favorite.
Thank you.
And you good puppies, who's ready for the steak? Mamas. Did you forget to clean your eye boogers this morning? Oh, you did, huh? It's like maybe an hour and a half away from sunset. Cook outside on the fire. Gosh, how many fires have we made to date? Oh my god. So many.
Probably like 20.
We really like eating outside because it tastes so good on the fire, and also the house doesn't get hot. Those are the benefits, and the pups really like it because they get to have special treats, right, Nikolai? Nikolai, you want steak? Huh? You silly goober. You silly goober. You want steak? Yuna's like, where is it at? Or I'm going back in the house. So you guys, before we reveal the secret that we've been keeping for about a year now, I feel like we need to give you a little bit of background. So some of you guys already know that we were in Europe in 2019, and when we came back in 2020, because everything that's going on in the world, we really wanted to do van life, JC and I, with the Husky Squad, with the pups. And we even had drawn a van life plan. We already had everything ready to go because we wanted to travel around the US and decide where we want to live. So that was one of our biggest goals, that we wanted to find out, okay, what's the right place to live? And because we like traveling so much anyways, we figured we'll do the biggest van that you can possibly do, and we're going to explore the parts of the US that we're really interested in, and then we're going to see where we're going to live. So that was our plan. But due to everything that was going on, we had to adapt with the situation, and we decided to not do van life, but we really wanted something super close to it, something that we can feel like we can live the adventure and not have to feel like we have to settle down in a place that is too permanent, because we had just come back from Europe and our mind was still all about adventure, all about travel, all about exploring. So we needed something that we can feel semi-grounded, and something that could still get us out there and enjoy the great outdoors, and also something that we don't have to be completely put permanently where we want to live. So this is kind of where this all began.
I think definitely an ideal place to live would be somewhere that's close to public land. Lots of public land. Surrounded by a lot of trees with a lot of vegetation. Lakes, rivers, because we like to fish a lot. We were more eyeing towards the northwest region. Like, there's a bunch of states everywhere in the northwest, but anywhere where there's a lot of mountains.
The region that we decided to move to since 2020 is incredible. It's just what we were looking for. The outdoors is so wild, the mountains are rough. We find ourselves bushwhacking sometimes. We find ourselves following animal trails. I think it was only recently that we were following a pretty heavily trafficked animal trail that got us to a really nice view, overlooking all the mountains and the trees and the incredible forests here. It's definitely rougher here. You know, we have all kinds of species of bears. The winters are not for the faint of heart, I should say. But it's what we wanted. It's what we were looking for. And the biggest thing that we enjoy here is that we are outside all the time. We take the pups out to the amazing trails here. The diversity in the forests are amazing. And I just want to show you one of the most recent hikes we've done here because it was just absolutely incredible. You have to see how beautiful this region is for yourself. And you can find this, you know, if you look hard enough, no matter where you live, you can find your wild places. But this is what we live for. We love being outdoors, and this trail was just absolutely incredible. Definitely one of our favorites in the last couple of years. So check it out.
Oh, you want some, Nikolai? I know you want some.
So guys, here it is. We really wanted van life when we came back from Europe because we wanted to explore everything and all that good stuff. But after many coffee meetings that JC and I have, this is what we do when we need to make a decision. We kind of sit down and write all the pros and cons and what we want to do, and we thought a lot about different ideas. But what we went for instead is, I'll let JC tell you.
We bought a tiny house.
And there it is. There's our tiny house. And this is our new life. This is our space. And this is our heaven.
And that's our meat.
And that is our meat. Just what we wanted after everything we talked about. And the squad loves it here so much. This is their favorite place. They spend so much time outside. Nikolai especially likes sitting there on the stairs. This man makes the best meat on earth. You guys do not understand it. Nobody cooks meat on the fire like JC does. He's
I've
amazing.
been cooking meat in the fire since I was a kid.
There you go. All that experience.
Yeah, that's good. It's a little toasty outside, but it's gonna be soft and juicy inside.
I wish you guys can try it because there's nothing like his food on the fire. It tastes so good. Like, even the chicken was incredible last night. You guys ready for some steak, babies, huh? Are you ready for steak? Nikolai, you want steak? Yes? You good boy? Mama love, you want steak? Mommy. So yes, we bought a tiny house and we live in it with our 3 pups, with our 3 huskies. And it is amazing. It's been quite a while that we're living in it. Actually, we just moved the tiny house here in June to this location. And before that, we lived in a place that didn't resonate with us as much. The tiny house was in a different location. It didn't have the trees, the privacy, tucked away. It didn't have shade from the summer heat. And it didn't feel as private. It didn't feel like exactly what we wanted. It was great for the start, but this place here, the tiny house, really feels like it belongs here. It's in the trees, there's wildlife everywhere. The sun kind of drops behind the trees on this side. There's a little pond on the other side. It's literally exactly what we've imagined this tiny house being in this space. And it's so nice because even this place is temporary. You know, it's for as long as we want to be here. But if we decide to move elsewhere, the tiny house can go with us. It's on wheels and we haven't put the skirting on. We still have quite a lot of things to do to it that we want to on the outside. But we can just like we moved it this time, you can just drop it and, you know, hook it up to whatever and pull it and take it elsewhere. You guys want some steak? Yes, Mama love. So good. This place is so special. Living out here, living outside a lot, spending so much time outside in this space. We couldn't do this before. But now with all the trees, they're so tall. They're giant Doug firs here. They're so tall and it gives us such nice shade. And the squad really likes to spend time outside here. They really like it. Yuna, I know you want more steak. Here you go, Mama. You want more steak? Lay down first. Lay down first. That's a good girl, Yuna. No, not you, Nikolai. You will have your turn. Good girl. Nikolai, you want your turn? This is really simple steak. It's just got salt and pepper for seasoning. And this is a treat for the squad. This is not their everyday food. The Husky Squad eats a raw food diet. Want to share? They eat raw. And they've been doing that for quite a while now. And they're doing so good on raw food. They deserve raw food instead of kibble. I feel so sad for dogs that eat kibble. It's like imagine eating cereal your entire life. It's just not fair. But they get this as a treat. And this is why they really like spending time here by the fire with us. Because it's so special, right, Nikolai? Nikolai, you know the routine so well by now. What we call it? Squadified, right?
It's squadified.
Nikolai, you got squadified. You are really part of the Husky Squad now, huh? Yes, you're such a... Look at those manners and just a soft tail wagging, huh? You good boy. You're a very good boy. Just little niblets, okay? So it's so nice to be out here with them. And after they have all these delicious treats, they're gonna have their dinner, their raw food. But this is just priceless to be out here with them. There's nothing like it. I feel like we live kind of outside and we just sleep inside. That's what it feels like, and it's just incredible. It's so nice.
This must taste like candy to them.
It's meat candy.
It's candy meat.
Look at his eyes. Oh, you good boy.
Kimari, of course, is drooling.
Oh my gosh, this girl drools a puddle.
It's
No.
okay, Kimari, you can water the grass.
Wow, this sounds magical.
That's what we hear in the morning.
Even louder. It's like
There's like 10 of those going at the same time.
it's so nice that wakes us up in the morning. Mari.
There were so many things to do before moving the tiny house here. Like when we first saw this property, there was no water. It had a regular hose hookup, but a lot of you know that live in the north in really cold climates that you really need a frost-free spigot.
It needs to be
for
buried
water in the winter.
like 6 feet underground.
Yeah, so we had to dig a big ditch
It's
between
like 370 feet long.
here and between the tiny house and the well, because the well is up the hill. So we had to hire a friend to excavate a big trench.
It was all there. You can't even tell there was a trench there because we did such a good job with raking it.
After the trench was all the dirt was put back, we seeded the ground with grass seed and watered it, and now the grass is covering the whole.
It's
the
such
whole
a good
big site.
feeling to see it like this. It was all like a open gash in the earth, and we didn't like that, and we really wanted the grass to come back, and it is back now. It's so beautiful. And JC did so much of the work, you know, when we were laying the pipe and working with the heavy equipment.
This gravel pad needed to be leveled, and we needed to add more gravel to it. And
Obviously
yeah,
felling
there
the
was just-
trees with the chainsaw.
yeah, those 3 trees that we had
Yeah,
to cut
and
down.
JC cut every single log that you see here. That's all his work. It's like it goes on forever. We're definitely gonna be warm this winter. Thank you, my love. Warm in the winter and food in the summer. You can't beat that. But for now, we have a lot of mountains to explore here, a lot of forests to discover, lakes to fish. So we're satisfied for now. But that's the beauty about this thing, is that whenever we get the itch that we need to scratch,
We'll scratch it.
We'll go scratch it. I can tell it's already defrosting nicely. A lot of it is already thawed out, but we want to thaw it out more. It's better when you don't feed frozen food. I mean, it is kind of really hot and summery, and it's kind of like having ice cream for us, but I still don't like doing that very often. So this is delicious raw food, fresh food. Always feels so good to feed your dogs like this. There's nothing like it. Been doing it for years now, and so many of you guys have already joined Kibble to Raw to feed your dogs a raw food diet. Nikolai really wants his food, huh? Good boy, Nikolai. Yes, you're behaving. Kimari, that's not how you're gonna get your food. You know, to me, it's like, why have a dog when you don't want to feed real food, and if you don't want to invest the time and energy to work with them? I mean, to me, if you don't want to do these kind of things, then just get like, I don't know, get like a fluffy animal, like a stuffed animal, and that's it, you know. But if you want to share life with amazing beings like them, with animals, with dogs, you have to do these things, you know, feeding them real fresh food, training them well, taking them outdoors in the mountains and in the forest, wherever you live in the world, to the beach, wherever it is, you know. Otherwise, why have a dog? It doesn't make sense to me. But feeding them real food is the best feeling in the world, right, Mama Love? You have to lay down. That's a good girl. See, she already knows. But so many of you guys are already feeding a raw food diet. All of this that we do, everything we know, we've put this together in a course, in a Kibble to Raw course. It has nothing but 5-star reviews from dog parents around the world. Kimari is the reason why all of this started, because she had cancer back in January 2018, and we actually cured her with a raw food diet. And this is where it all began, and this is how we dug into the research. This is how we started working with holistic veterinarians. No radiation, no chemotherapy, no surgery, none of that stuff. She's a very happy girl, and she eats real food, and she lives the life, huh? She loves her raw food. Oh my God, Kimari loves her raw food. She's such a carnivore. She does not like veggies or fruits or anything like that. She loves her raw meat. I have to hide the veggies in her food. So for those of you guys who are ready to do this, ready to feed your dogs real fresh food, to understand how to do it, not to have to rely on companies, to be able to feed any dog for your entire life, join our Kibble to Raw course. Go visit huskysquad.com. That's where you'll see everything. That's where you can read everything. It's an amazing course. We're so happy that we have this for you, because this way we can teach so many of you around the world how to be able to feed your dog like this, like real fresh food, the way nature intended. So be sure you go check it out. The only regret you'll have is that you didn't do it sooner. And this is what I say all the time. I really wish that I started feeding them raw many years ago. But hey, it's never too late. You can always start. And this is where you can do it. Definitely go check out our Kibble to Raw course. I'll leave a link here in the description of this video. You're gonna love it, and your dog is gonna love you for it back. Almost. You good boy, Nikolai. Oh, it's your favorite. Oh, you good girl. So the secret is out now, guys. This is what we've been kind of keeping for quite some months, actually almost a year. We wanted to feel like this was really real. We wanted to feel like the tiny house is in the place that we wanted. We also wanted to test it and see what it's like to live in a tiny house with our 3 pups, and then share this with you guys. So we're so excited that we're finally able to talk about this, and we are even more excited to give you a tour next week. So we'll see you guys in the next video.